everyone. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Denise Williams, and I am here on the Financially Focused platform to give you some guidance. Now, did you know yesterday 33% gains were made on the market? So the question is, did you benefit? So I just want to run through some headlines that made the news that, if you've been following, you could have made some money, some extra income, and it would have been making, the season really bright. All right. So in this business focus, we are going to give you some guidance, some headlines, some tips. So let's start with what the executives have been doing. Now, for the couple of days, I have been really encouraging everyone to follow this idea that when executives make a move with their money on the stock market, you may want to follow. Okay. So, um, one of the things that, I like to share with my clients is that building a portfolio, it takes effort, but it's not the hardest thing in the world. So let's look at what the executives did yesterday, okay? Or what was reported that the executive did. Because when you're at that level of a company, you have a long-term plan. So you didn't just make the move last night. All right. So Grace Kennedy Limited, that's GK, that's the sign they trade under. They advised the market that a senior officer purchased 80,000 GK shares on December 1. And this is in line with the 2009 stock option plan that the company signed with their employees. And this is the long-term incentive scheme for Grace Kennedy. So this is their way of keeping their staff long-term, okay? Now, Grace Kennedy has also advised that the company purchased 101,000 of its own shares under the Grace Kennedy share repurchase program on November 29, 2023. Also making moves was Jamaica Teas Limited, and they trade as Jam Tea. They advised that a director sold 209,000 Jam Tea shares between December 4 and 7, 2023. Now, Jam Tea has also advised that a director sold 110,000 Jam Tea shares on December 8, 2023. So that's two directors or two share sales. Maybe the same director, we don't know. They keep that information private. Now, One-on-One Educational Services Limited, which trades as ONE, has advised that a senior manager sold 15,001 shares on December 5, 2023. So that is to say, word to the wise, you can know what the executives are doing and you can move accordingly. All right, moving from there, we're looking at passive income. All right. And again, this is earning from the stock market. This is an extra effort on your behalf. Of course, there's the extra effort of buying the shares, right? But when companies make an announcement that they're going to pay, it's cha-ching for you. All right. So investors can look forward to collecting passive income from Spur Tree Spices Jamaica Limited, and they trade as Spur Tree. They had a meeting on December 8th, 2023, and the board of directors agreed to a final dividend of, was it 0.015 cents per share payable on January 26, 2024 to all shareholders on record as at December 22, 2023. So the ex-dividend date is December 21, 2023. Ex-dividend means that you will be on record at that date in order to get your money in January. Okay? All right. Scotia Group, Jamaica Limited, SJG. Sorry, SGJ. What am I talking about? They have also advised at a meeting held on December 8, 2023, the board of directors agreed to a final dividend of 40 cents per share payable on January 19, 2024 to all shareholders on record as at December 28, 2023, and the ex-dividend date is December 27, 2023. So there's your calendar. Add it to your calendar. You're going to know what to do. Again, we're all about showing you how to get income out of the market with a plan, right? Can do it on your own, can do it with a coach, but the idea is to have a plan. So let's move over, from collecting some nice cash to how people traded and made some money. So in the top advancing stocks on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Billboard advertising and training company iCreate Limited, those shares advanced 33.33% or jumped 23 cents to close at 92 cents with 3.5 million of iCreate shares traded. Air conditioning distribution company CAC 2000, and they trade as CAC, those shares advanced 15% or jumped by 60 cents to close at $4.60 with 11 shares traded. And commercial real estate firm with properties in New Kingston, downtown Kingston, and at Miami Airport, Pan Jamaican Investment Limited, PJAM, those shares went up 9.85% or jumped by $4.48 to close at $49.76 with 214 shares traded. Okay, so it's not all hearts, flowers, and roses. There was some loss on the market. So movie theater company, Palace Amusement Company Limited, that trades as PAL, they're on an ongoing battle with online streaming services. They want the hearts and minds of movie audiences, right? Everybody's fickle. And so the stock, it went down 13.95% or it fell by 18 cents to close at $1.11. Box and Packaging Company, AMG Packaging and Paper Company Limited, which just trades as AMG, declined by 13.21% or slipped by 35 cents to close at $2.30. And online learning platform EduFocal, which trades as Learn, declined by 9.38% or went down by 18% at $1.74. So let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, the stock market goes up, it goes down. There's winners, there's losers. The question is, are you seeing value? Is there a stock that is solid? The management is solid. The business itself is solid. The market they serve is solid. And it's a price that you want to jump all over. That's something we can talk about that. Send me a DM, send me an email. You can find me financially focused TV at gmail.com. So this is something we can absolutely talk about. Now, moving out of Jamaica to the Trinidad, because, we're in the Caribbean and the stock market is, in other islands, of course. So over at the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, trading activity on their stock market, the first tier market, registered a volume of 172 shares, crossing the floor at TT $1.3 million. Grace Kennedy, yes, that was in the news in Jamaica, is also in the news in Trinidad, was the volume leader with 66,000 shares, changing hands for a value of Trinidad $265,000, followed by Trinidad and Tobago NGL Limited with a volume of 48,500 shares being traded for TT $509,000. So again, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there's two ways to make money in the market, in the stock market. You can hold your shares and collect passive income in the form of dividends, or you can buy and sell for a profit. So let's move to the forex market, because again, here's another way for you to make money. So listen, it is very, very, very important for you to understand that as long as there are airports, shipping companies, as long as there are places that people need to go that's different from where they live, they're going to need to trade currencies. So that's just a fundamental fact of life, okay? So on December 11, 2023, the Bank of Jamaica reported that US $23 million was bought from forex traders, while US $23 million was sold to forex traders. Forex traders move the market with high activity because it's Christmas. I mean, this is a lot of buying and selling going on, right? So the traders sold the currency for $156.10 and bought US dollars for $154.81. So the difference between the buy and sell rate is $1.49 pure profit. Also want to remind you that when they buy from the Bank of Jamaica, they sell to banks and cambios, and that's usually a much higher rate. So it's just pure profit. Now, there's also the Canadian dollar. You know, traders made a basic profit of $3.73 because the Canadian dollar was sold at $117.34 and bought for $113.61. Okay? Jumping over to the British pound, that profit for traders in the market December 11 was $7.12, right? They sold it for $196.91 and bought the British pound for $189.78. Okay? So again, we just covered 3 ways to make some money, right? You looked at passive income, or actually 4 ways. You looked at passive income. You looked at following the market moves of executives. You looked at buying and selling stocks. We looked at buying and selling forex. Okay. Now let's move over to real estate. Okay. So here's the thing. Realtors are saying the typical townhouse or single family home in the urban areas go anywhere from 450,000 US to 650,000 US. Okay? This is due to shortage of land for developers who may want to focus on affordable housing. So according to the Natural Resources Conservation Authority, agriculture extends over 42% of the Jamaican land area. And the 3 uses of this agricultural land are crops grown for export, mixed farming of food crops for domestic consumption and export, pasture for beef, and dairy cattle for local consumption. And so this shortage has led to higher real estate prices, making it even more challenging for low-income earners to purchase homes. However, I would say, word to the wise, it's just really important for you to consider that if you can grab a piece of land, grab it. That's my advice to you. Grab it. Yeah? Work your way up to the dream home. That's how I look at it. All right? Now, we're making all this money, right? How much different streams of income? But guess what? The tax man cometh. Okay? Government wants their cut. So the Tax Administration of Jamaica is reminding business persons, that their 4th quarter estimated corporate income tax and self-employed payments are due on Friday, December 15, 2023. And this includes the estimated corporate income tax, self-employed statutory payments, stamp duty, trade license, withholding tax. Additionally, employers' monthly statutory payroll deductions, SO1, for the month of November are due on December 14th. Moving from that, we go to the credit report tip of the day. Credit repair and your credit report and your credit score are critical. I can't stress to you enough. You got to treat it like a baby. Okay? Because, hey, if you don't have this organized, nothing's happening for you, right? You really got to have all your ducks in a row. And that's one of the things that, I take my clients through, that we got to get ourselves organized in order to profit. So the tip of the day is, it's the season for responsible credit management. It's Christmas, a lot of things happening. You want to make people feel good. You want to feel good. You want to go out and hang out. So as you enjoy the festivities, be mindful of your holiday spending, set a budget, track your expenses, and consider using cash or debit cards for smaller purchases. Remember, responsible credit used during the holidays can lead to a stress-free new year. Happy holidays and smart spending. And with that, we wrap up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams. I appreciate your company. Stay well informed, stay ahead of the curve. Until our next update, take care. Bye.